Hello, hello, and welcome back as I get ready to start building a little fort out of this pile of soon-to-be corpses. In Perfidious, Pete plays XCOM, The Long War 2. And yes, I admit and am aware that bunkering down in a fort made out of the corpses of my fallen soldiers is probably not an ideal solution, but I'm not really sure what else to do at this point. I mean, look at the forces that are arrayed against us here. We've got a berserker, two mutons. Yeah, you can tell you're from Missouri, Pete. You also gonna go use the turlet later? Just sorry, I'm tilted off the face of the earth at the moment. I got two mutons. We got a whole pile of troopers back here as well. And even if we had every single member of our team shoot twice in a turn, which is not really possible, but even if we could have them all shoot twice and hit for max damage on both of those shots, we still wouldn't have enough soup in the can to boil all of these troopers. What we need is a thick and hearty chunky style stew, and what we've got is a watery old can of Campbell's tomato soup here. We've got a hungry man appetite for killing, and the only thing we've got to satisfy that appetite is like a box of Stouffer's spaghetti with meat sauce. It's not gonna get it done. Even if we get our fill, we're not gonna get our fill. So what's your option then, Pete? Well, I mean, we really don't have one, as our game design overlords have mandated. Since we don't have an option to play in a way that's going to be fun, rather than having fun, we will once again be falling back in the face of the enemy to quail and cower behind a sturdy shield of Overwatch creeping like a frightened child peeking out from behind their mother's skirt, because that's, you know, that's the way Pavonis demands that it be done. I mean, that's a fun way to play, right? Oh, right. It's actually really kind of, it's like boring as shit and not fun to watch at all. And we can't even really run away because, hey, 7 turns till evac. That is a bit of an oversight on my part. Admittedly, we could have reduced that timer a little bit simply by throwing the evac beacon early. We could have a place to run to. I don't really think it's going to matter. I think in 7 turns, this is going to be all over but the screaming anyway. So what we really need to do is just try and figure out a way to not all of us get killed. How do we do that then? Well, we got Jim's super dad Gaffigan here. He's in a bit of a pickle. He is suppressed, but with his shadow step ability, the area suppression is basically irrelevant to Jim. It doesn't really matter much. So what we need to do is keep these mutons on lockdown and this berserker. The problem is we got to get away from this berserker because there is no way in hell we're going to be able to do enough damage to kill it in one turn. We can't. So I think what we do is we start making like a steady retreat here. We got to get... Oh. Is there anywhere you can move without... Of course not. So Patton Oswalt is also going to set himself on fire at the end of the turn. Freaking brilliant. Alright, Kathleen Madigan, what do we want to have you do then? I mean, we might be able to get some, like, Overwatch out of you, maybe? Yeah, we got Chris Frosty Rock there. We got Dennis... I would love to get Dennis Leary close enough to maybe do something with a flamethrower. The problem is... we sort of can't get close because of that berserker. So let's bring Dennis over here and drop him into Overwatch. If anything, I mean, it's probably as much to get him out of the way as anything else. Lou, I mean, we could get an Overwatch shot out of you, but we really don't need an Overwatch so much as we need you to have bullets. You're not gonna do shit. You'll take like a 9% Overwatch shot anyway. Paula Poundstone, I really would just like you to be in better cover. Although, I mean, you are in corner cover where you're at. So if Paula Poundstone actually is in this area suppression. So she can't move. She's suppressed right now. We could put her on Overwatch. What happens if we put Paula Poundstone on Overwatch? She probably gets shot and killed by one of these mutants. We actually really need Paula to fall back. Fortunately, the area suppression ends right there. So what we're going to do is we're just going to step back here. This is bad cover, admittedly, but we can at least get some Overwatch out of Paula. Overwatch, though? Why can Paula Poundstone not Overwatch? It says she can't Overwatch, but why? Jim Gaffigan has got to fall back here. We don't really need Overwatch out of Jim either. Can we have Gaffigan get, like, in his buildings? Okay, here's what we'll do. Jim Gaffigan, I want you to be, like, just completely out of line of sight. No, that guy will get a flank on you. Never mind, Jim. You're just going to run around over here. Why could Paula Poundstone not overwatch there? That doesn't make any sort of sense whatsoever. Overwatch. It will not let her overwatch. Why not? She can't steady her weapon. Unit is suppressed. Yeah, she's very clearly suppressed right here, because that's how that ability works. That makes absolute perfect sense. So we're going to get screwed out of Overwatch. Okay. We're going to get screwed out of Overwatch. Fine. No, it's fine. It's fine. Can anybody see Don Rickles from this tile? We need Don Rickles to move because of the Berserker, but I don't want Don Rickles running too terribly far away. So let's bring Donster over here. I'll drop him into Overwatch. Patton Oswalt, since you're going to be an idiot and set yourself on fire, we're just going to have you run all the way back here. Patton's burning up over here. He's got some protection from his armor. It's going to keep him, I won't say safe, but it'll keep him, like, less damaged than he probably should be. Kathleen Madigan's going to run around here. Maybe we can have Kathleen Madigan come tearing in on the flanks. I don't expect we're going to be running into an abundance of additional foes. Chris Rock's just going to reload. We're going to drop him into Overwatch. I can Iron Curtain, but I can't Overwatch. What if I reload? I mean, I did just waste a free reload. Does that clear the whole the unit is suppressed thing? Of course not, because this game is fucking broken shit. So we'll just have Paula Poundstone hunker down because for whatever reason she's mystery suppressed. And we've got 1 damage on a graze there. So we got a Muton. Here comes this gunner. Okay, these guys are... Alright, cluster up. Cluster up, bitches. Oh, right. Berserker. Yep, it's a problem. Hey, we got 6 damage out of Chris Rock, though. And Paula Poundstone's gonna get punched. No, he had to double move. Okay, that's alright. These guys are coming forward. Oh, they've clustered up, though. Yeah, keep a clustering. You know what PD likes. I got a rocket over here with your bitch-ass names on it. Okay, this is bad. Patton Oswalt took 3 damage from a single burn. Delightful. Okay, Lou, I mean, you're a solution. Okay, we're not going to be able to kill this Berserker this turn. I don't expect us to be able to. Honestly, I don't think I'm actually going to try to. God damn it, Patton Oswalt. Well, you may as well you can't even reload. Alright then, we're just gonna have Patton Oswalt hunker down in the hopes that actually his fire goes out. Pete, you sound a little salty. Yeah, you sound a little salty. Do I sound a little salty? If I sound a little salty, I assure you it's because I'm actually quite freaking salty at the moment. Kathleen Madigan, we're getting the thing of the whole you're gonna cause Overwatch shots to fire here, but that actually is not true. We are not going to be causing Overwatch shots to fire with most of this. Simply because Kathleen Madigan has Shadow Step. Alright. Where's Don the Roastmaster Rickles and what can he see? Roastmaster? If we have you try and get Roasty Toasty, you could eliminate the cover of these 3.82 tiles of scatter. Like, that's 1 kill for sure. Possibly 2, and with a really, really lucky damage roll, maybe even 3. I feel like this is a worthwhile rocket from the Roastmaster. We got, okay, hey, we got 2. We got a Muton. All right, nice. Okay, that was a damn fine rocket. Thank you, Carr, for being easily explodable. Also, I appreciate your contributions to the XCOM project. You have done us a fine service this day. So Chris Rock could give us 14 damage on the Berserker. I actually don't want to have Chris Rock shoot at that Berserker. I would rather have him shoot at something maybe a little more dangerous, or if not more... The other thing we could do is just have him flashbang a bunch of guys. Yeah, you know what? That feels like maybe the better play. Do we have somebody else who could be doing some flashbanging for us, though? Like, maybe... Jim Superdad Gaffigan could probably net himself a kill. Wouldn't even need the flasher here. You know what? Yeah, go up and get me a kill, Super Dad. Kill that gunner so that he can't, like, phantom suppress Paula Poundstone again. There we go. That's a dead man. All right, Lewis Black. Let's see what your chances are going to be like here. Chris Rock is going to have to move because I need you in Chris Rock's spot. So let's bring Chris Rock up here, and I think we're going to have Chris Rock throw a flashbang. This Muton has to be flashed or suppressed at the end of this turn. Otherwise, he's going to throw a grenade at somebody. Muton's plasma grenades are, I mean, they will just straight up kill a dude. So let's do this. Comes the old flash. Okay, got that sorted. We could have Paula Poundstone knife a berserker. I don't think it would be a good idea, but it would be funny. Okay, Lou, you're going to come over here. And what we're going to have Lou do, we are not going to be able to kill this berserker, almost certainly. But the stun can't miss. Sorted. Give him to him, Lou. Give him the good stuff. Shocking. No, I don't feel good about that before you ask. No, I don't even a little feel good about that quip. So Kathleen Madigan can slice this dude in the back and he is dead. I don't dislike that plan. Dennis Leary, I would love it if you could come up here and set this Muton on fire, but there's no way for you to do that from cover. I think what we're going to have Dennis Leary do, this may sound strange, we're going to have him move up. You know what? If you could hit this Muton with a flamethrower, yeah, never mind. Just do that. You know what's better than flashbanged? Flashbanged and on fire. That's what's better. Paula Poundstone. We may have Paula Poundstone just go ahead and shoot at the Berserker for lack of anything better to do, even though it is stunned. We could also move Paula to slightly better cover and have her suppress or hurl a grenade or go on Overwatch. You know what? Here, frag this man. If you could kill him, this would be amazing. Well, okay. I mean, she got close. Also, the entire universe is on fire here. So the question then is, do we want to try this maneuver with Kathleen Madigan? What's our chance to hit? That's going to be the operative question here. 91% chance for a kill, and we will have cover to all the remaining... Yeah, you know what? This is worth it. Do it. We'll have cover. These guys are going to be all wrecked up. This dude's going to be dead because Kathleen Madigan's leaping over a banister and slicing him in twain. Bifurcated him. Oh, she cut him in half like your mom when she doesn't want to eat a whole donut. She's like, you know, I just want half of one. Slicing and dicing. We got a burning Muton who is also flashbanged. Oh, there's an Advent soldier over there? Where did that guy come from? Okay. Ooh, the roast master. Almost roasted. Muton was already on fire, so I guess he probably doesn't care about the fact that he set himself further on fire. Meanwhile, Patton Oswalt is slowly cooking. He is no longer burning. Oh, that's good. So we got somebody on Overwatch back here. Who's my Overwatch? It doesn't matter to Kathleen Madigan. Kathleen Madigan don't give a shit. You gonna come slice this Advent engineer for me? I would rather you be, like, completely invisible to the enemy at the end of said slicing. So if you want to come do this. You didn't get all the way home, Kathleen. God damn it, Madigan. It's follow through, Madigan. You gotta come at him with the follow through, girl.
Tired of waiting around.
Yeah, well, you don't have to wait much longer then. Why don't you come over here and put a shotgun in his berserker's mouth? 9 damage on a critical is not as much as I might have liked. Well, Patton Oswalt, I mean, you might as well come try and chip in a little bit here. Give me some... Oh, you know what, Patton Oswalt? Don't you have combat protocol? You also have interference, which is not that useful. Can you just kill this guy? Here, do that. Most useful thing Patton Oswalt's going to do this turn. That was it right there. Combat protocol got us a kill. You know, I'm very tempted to actually just get rid of combat protocol. 9 to 10 on the berserker. The Muton is still on fire, right? Are you still on fire? He's disoriented and burning. We could also just walk up there and put a shotgun in his mouth. Which is a plan I don't hate. How is this not a flank shot? What tile is this Muton even in? He's in this tile, right? Yeah, he's clearly in that tile. So how is this not a flank shot? Is it because of that fence? That's weird. Alright, Jim Superdad Gaffigan, you may have to come up and clean up that mess. Dennis Leary, you can set this berserker on fire, right? Without setting Lewis Black on fire as well. Alright, yes, do this then. It only gave us 3 damage, but it also sets the Berserker to burn status. 92% chance here. I really just wanted some guaranteed damage to soften him up in case, you know, Paula Poundstone missed a grazed on fire enemy that's just sitting out in the open. Because, of course she did. We got Don the Roastmaster. Roastmaster, can you come up here and Roastmaster this man?
Let's do this.
Don't set yourself on fire, Don. Technicals, you know one thing I think Technicals could really get that would make them vastly better than they currently are? The ability to be immune to fire. Just like they should come with some fire immunity as a like just a base part of their class. This, you know what? Screw it. We're going to try and end this right now. If these are the last guys on the mission, we're going to try and wrap this up. Point blank shot, 76% on the Flamin' Muton. Give me the Flamin' Hot Muton. Okay, 4 damage. Beautiful. Yep, it sure did. So we now have a Burning Berserker, and Jim's Super Dad Gaffigan is the only game left in town. Well, Super Dad, I would love to have you dash in for a little slice and dice, but in fact, I'm going to have you shoot this man instead. Okay, he's burning. We get a guaranteed 1 damage out of the burning, so that guy's done. All that's left is a slowly cooking Muton. Who is no longer cooking, but it doesn't matter. He's mostly done. Berserker is killed. Corpse is down. We can't really see anything because of the... You've got to be shitting me.
Alright, that one hurt.
Fire spreading!
Yeah. You know what else is spreading? My fucking salt levels, because Chris Rock can't manage to get through a mission without getting completely fucked. I thought between the point blank shot and the fire, we would definitely get that Muton. Also, I thought the fact that he was burning would prevent him from using any abilities, but apparently melee attack and adjacent tile is one of the few things those guys can do. Still, Operation Moonwalk, I mean, I won't say we moonwalked our way through it, but nobody died and we did kill 20 aliens, so there's that. What am I going to do with Michael Jackson's corpse, you ask? Well, I mean, we've got it now, and I think having it's the most important thing. I don't have specific plans for it, but let's say in the year 2077, roughly, if you see a man who looks suspiciously Michael Jackson come back with like a centuries-old throwback album, dance craze with the zombies and whatnot, maybe I had a hand in it. That's all I'm saying. It'll be like the Disney thing. You know, they got Disney's head frozen in a vault somewhere beneath the Epcot Center in a secret nuclear shielded bunker. That's where they keep them. Pete, do you have Michael Jackson's corpse in a nuclear shielded bunker somewhere in the St. Louis area? I'm not saying I do, but I'm not saying that I don't. I can neither confirm nor deny the fact that maybe I stole Michael Jackson's body. So let's look at promotions, because we damn Skippy better be getting some. So 12 days for Patton Oswalt. You know, Patton Oswalt, I really think we're going to respec you. And also, I feel like the 12 days of wound time is a little bit unfair for you, considering you didn't do anything wrong, Patton. You didn't do anything wrong. You just got screwed by RN Jesus and spreading fire. Also, how come Screwed by RN Jesus is not a band name? It definitely should be. Chain Shot is amazing. Formidable is garbage water. Mayhem is interesting. If you had Lockdown, Mayhem, you know, yeah, you could, that's, I think, potentially a viable build there with the overall area suppression. Go area suppression, Lockdown, Mayhem. You could get some really good work out of that, but we didn't go down that tree, so we're just going to take Chain Shot, because even, I think this is a viable build. I still think it's not as good as being able to just shoot someone in the head twice. Sergeant Don roasts tandem warheads. Grenades and rockets do full damage to unit to the maximum extent of their area of effect. Tandem warheads gets rid of fall-off damage. Okay, let's compare that to Formidable. Comparison complete. I don't think I need to say anymore. Phosphorus, unless it's amazing. Flamethrower can now damage mechanical units. You know, that's not a terrible ability, but compared to tandem warheads, this one is a fucking no-brainer. 10 more heads it is. Alright then. Lou, what do you got here? Extra conditioning. Run and gun cooldowns reduced by 1 turn. I love extra conditioning. It's real good. Aggression is also fantastic. Formidable. Why is formidable on every tree? This ability is fucking trash. I guess this is like okay, so let's say this is like a multiple choice test. We're back in 9th grade suddenly, and the multiple choice test where you have 2 answers that you're not sure which one is correct, and then 1 answer that you know is obviously wrong. It's like, who was the 3rd president of the United States? And your choices are Alexander Hamilton, James Madison, and Richard Nixon. Formidable here is the Richard Nixon of that choice. I really like aggression because it's doing work all the time. But run and gun cooldown so much better. And somebody right now is saying, Pete, why didn't you take Killer Instinct then? You know, honestly, after having in practice there, Killer Instinct gives you bonus critical damage. Critical damage is so small that getting an extra 50% damage means you're getting effectively an extra 2 damage when you use Killer Instinct. That ability, compared to Stun Gunner, is shit. Because Stun Gunner literally saved some of our troopers when we put that Berserker on lockdown last mission. I think this Fortify, it just has too long of a cooldown. I think this layer is a no-brainer. You're always going to take Stun Gunner. I'm actually going to take extra conditioning. Aggression has a bonus that I love, but it's also a bonus that can sort of be achieved with gear. You can also do this with like laser sights and whatnot too. There's no piece of gear you can get that lowers the cooldown on run and gun. Patton Oswalt, you're just gonna get respect. Field Medic is interesting. We probably are going to start running with med kits on some of our technicals instead of giving them like smoke grenades, which we have never gotten any use out of at all. Airdrop is really good. I'm just not sold on combat protocol being great. Or interference being great. Interference can cancels I mean, it's okay. There's so many other ways to cancel or ignore Overwatch, though. That I mean, we had this last mission opportunities to use it, and we just didn't because we had more effective ways to get rid of that Overwatch. Airdrop, however, is freaking amazing. Yeah, we're gonna take airdrop here. I'm really feeling like maybe we got to respec away from combat protocol and go back into medical protocol, and I think maybe we get rid of interference too. Chris Frosty Rock, who has not been frosty on any of his missions because he always seems to wind up getting set on fire, shot, stabbed, poisoned, electrocuted, or burned. Cool under pressure. We are going for an Overwatch build. Center mass is just real good, though. I mean, it's real good. Cool under pressure, though. Bonus aim on Overwatch, which we kind of need, and Overwatch shots can critical. That's real good. Aggression is also real good. I think we take cool under pressure. Let's stick with the Overwatch chain. We've been getting good utility out of our Overwatch Rangers. Jim's Super Dad Gaffigan. I love Covert because it's fantastic. Hunter's Instincts. I mean, it's okay. Ranged attacks against flank enemies. We're not going to be making ranged attacks. Jim Gaffigan is a cutthroat son of a bitch. He's the most cutthroat murderous man since Ellen DeGeneres died. We're giving him Blade Master. Axe attacks deal 1 extra damage and have bonus aim. Yeah, we're doing it. Squatty Dennis Leary is going to pick up fire in the hole so that the next time he fires a rocket, maybe it won't scatter 5,000 miles. So what did we get out of that mission? Trooper Corpse, Officer Corpse, Drone Wreck, Viper Corpse, Sectoid Corpse, Berserker Muton, 6 alloys, 7 Illyrium, 1 Illyrium core, which is not terrible, 30 supplies. Okay. So what are we going to do with those 30 supplies? Well, we're going to immediately use them to build a proving ground. So, yes, immediately start this. Honestly, do we want to pull somebody off of clearing alien debris to do this? Hey, Lily, I'm plotting here. Do you mind? I kind of feel like the answer is yes, actually. I think we're going to take Tayla Nuoso here, pull them off of that. Because all this gets us is more supplies, and you're like, Pete, you're desperately in need of supplies. That's true, we are desperately in need of, okay. We got to look at our liberated, hold on a minute. And we can see the Doom counter suddenly as well.
I appreciate you recruiting new staff for the engineering team.
Lily.
But as it stands, we have people still waiting for an assignment.
He's not waiting anymore. There, now shut your hole. Lily.
Or staffing a
You know, Lily, I feel like your continual interruptions here are bordering on insubordination. Don't make me write you up, Lily. Don't make me write you up, because I will do it. Let's go to resistance management. So South Africa is liberated. What does this mean for us? Probably that we need fewer people on intel and more people on supplies. I still want one person on recruiting. We're not really going to be scanning here. We have a resistance mech as well. What the hell does that do? Alright, I'm going to put 3 people on supplies, 1 person on recruitment, and 1 person on intel. This is acceptable. Western Africa. We got Gilbert Quack Gottfried overseeing that. Okay, who's our Haven advisor here? Corporal Wanda Boss Sykes. Okay, Wanda Sykes is actually, she can handle that for now. Well, let's get that taken care of then. What else is on the menu for today, Pete? We need to earn ourselves some cash. That's what's on the menu. Let's encrypted signal, triangulated position. We know what all this stuff is, and I'm not really interested in doing any of it at the moment. Black smoke reduces contact cost. We want to do that, but more importantly, we're getting our asses to the black market. Avatar project progress is at 4. Okay, I mean, that seems high, but it doesn't seem... honestly, I don't know. I've never made it far enough into a long war campaign to know whether that's good, bad, or borderline we've already effectively lost and just don't know it yet. So they're very interested in alloys, which I'm very interested in not selling. They are very interested in Advent officer corpses, which I don't need that many of. So I'm going to take that down to 4. That gets us an extra 64 credits. You can't have my laser Sten gun unless you can pry it from my cold dead fists. We have so many Advent data pads. So many. If they were... oh, that elite scope's real good. So we also have PCS conditioning, which we will use. PSCS speed, which we will definitely use. Hair trigger, which we'll likely also use. Illyrium cores aren't going anywhere. I'm not really... we have 25 Advent trooper corpses. Okay. Somebody right now is saying, Pete, you know, you can actually get more bang for your buck if you have those get rendered down into alloys and Illyrium and then sell the alloys and Illyrium. I agree, you're not wrong. This Advent Trooper Corpse that we're going to sell for $5, we could take 2 days, render that bad boy down, and we could turn that into more alloys. But right now, what I need more than alloys is cash, and also, I don't want to take time away from researching to build this. It also takes time, and I want that time being spent on, like, mag weapons instead. How low do we want to go on the Advent Trooper Corps then becomes the question. I think this is probably low enough. We can go look at the buy, just so that, yeah, okay, they can laugh at us. Lexi Ferguson, Grenadier. Is there anything over here I'm really... you know, honestly, I wouldn't want any of this stuff in it. What I could use more than anything else right now, actually, I wouldn't mind buying an engineer, but I'm not paying 151 supplies for someone we can probably just bust out of the pokey. What are we researching, by the way? Combat armor in 2 days. I think maybe we will just chill. I think maybe we sit on our cash and wait until combat armor is finished and then build a couple sets for some of our lower health troopers. Because we are getting to the point now where a low health trooper, if they get hit at all, they're just going to die. We do need to come over here and grab this black smoke, however. I guess the College of Cardinals couldn't agree on who's going to be the next pope, so the black smoke's still coming out of the chimney. Groundlings are fully infiltrated. How long you guys got left? 4 days. I think we can afford to wait. Corporal Sean Locke has completed his ranger training. That's fantastic. We're just going to say carry on because there should be our Zeke Gas Bonway right behind him. Now we will go view soldiers. So we got... why did we make you a sharpshooter? Because you're slow as dirt and have a fantastic aim. All right, well, I mean, that answers that question. What are we going to do with Gas Bone? I mean, I think she's just going to cool her heels for the time being. We do need to get some more troopers then into the AWC, though. Guerrilla Tactics Rule. Also, AWC is something we should look at, and Patton Oswalt actually already wasted 2 days here. No, I don't want to do that.
We don't have any capacity to spare, which means we can't expand our facilities further.
Oh, good. It wouldn't actually let me. Wait, did it? I did not want to do that upgrade. I just wanted to... okay, you know what? Fine. We can train 2 officers at a time. Eventually, we were going to probably want that anyway. So what officers do I have currently available? Any of these people could become an officer. Who is a specialist? Sarah Milliken. Should definitely... Oh, she already is an officer. Good. Sarah? Jammer. Jammer's real good. Fallback. Uncontrolled defensive action. No, thank you. Let's have Sarah Milliken start working on Jammer. And where's Patton Oswalt? He's not... Oh, he's hurt. God damn it. I wanted to get Patton Oswalt in for training. So I wasted supplies here, but is it a waste? I accidentally upgraded a thing. I guess it's not necessarily a waste. Let's get SC. Okay, what other soldiers do we have here? I'm getting all discombobulated now. I was earlier tilted off the face of the planet, then I recovered it, brought myself back down to Earth, and now back right off the tilted off the face of the planet again because I clicked the wrong button once. So we only have one rookie, and it's Aziz Ansari. All right. So Dennis Leary, technical. Salt Trooper, Sharpshooter. Sean Locke is a ranger with a fantastic aim. We need to get Sean Locke on a mission straight away. We got new Corporal Technical Rita Slider Rudner. And sorry, what do we want to make you? You know what? You're going to be a shinobi. I can't believe I'm about to say these words, Aziz Ansari, because I think you are genuinely a funny human being and I appreciate your comedy. But it's got to be done. I'm going to make you the new Kathy Griffin. I'm sorry for what I have done to you. Nobody should have to be forced into being made into the new Kathy Griffin. But I'm going to do it anyway. We have no recruits available, really. You're kidding me. All right. Well, I mean, maybe I guess we'll try and make some jailbreaks a priority then. We had no recruits available. Huh. All right.
These findings will likely prove crucial to our ongoing efforts, Commander.
Oh, that's good. Again, let's assign some new research. So Predator armor, battle armor, mobile armor, and we get a prototype armor added to our inventory. What could we research now? Psionics. Yep, we definitely could. Definitely not going to do that. Battle armor is like a war suit. Actually, that's a spider suit. Mobile armor, I think, is the war suit. I'm not really interested in any of those. 25 days still for mag weapons? Wow. How long for a muton autopsy, though? Yep, we're going to do that.
Central Officer Bradford has
One, Dr. Tigan needs some sexual release, and this gives him an opportunity to indulge in his particular brand of perv swerve. We're fine with this. It's part of our agreement. We got to periodically keep him from getting all pent up. Nobody likes a pent-up Dr. Tigan. The other thing, though, plasma grenades. I want plasma grenades, possibly more than I'm interested in a Skulljack. I'm interested in getting my hands on plasma grenades. Love my grenades. Love them. 11 days is a long time, even though it says fast progress. You and I definitely have varying definitions of the word fast, Dr. Tigan. Dr. Tigan apparently been listening to too much Luke Bryan. He's like, fast. That's how you autopsy your muton. You do it fast. Okay, so there's our bonus. Next region contact reduced by 1/3. That's good. Let's go up to Eastern Africa here. 108 intel, that still leaves us plenty to boost. We also have data pads if we need more. This is going to max our contact list, but then we can build a radio beacon here and start working our way towards... We got to go where, right? New Arctic. Make contact with the New Arctic. Okay, what are our, like, region contacts here? So we could go Eastern Europe or New India to West Asia or New... So we got to go basically donk, donk, donk. We could go this way as... No, we actually can't go this way because these two do not connect. So we're going to have to go Eastern Europe, Western Asia, New Arctic. We got to build another contact facility then and just immediately start spamming westward. So we're going to build a radio beacon here, I think, if radio beacons are still a thing that we can build. I'm assuming that they are. Yeah, we can still build radio beacons. How many supplies does that cost? I really wish it told me before it just said, go ahead and build it. I don't actually want to build one there anyway. Let's start working on making contact. Operation Dragon Tomb. Okay, I mean, we could definitely use another scientist. Rescue a VIP from an Advent cell. We can easily do this mission. This is what we have men and women who were born for this shit. Not as, I mean, well, yeah, Kathleen Madigan actually is, in fact, she was born for this shit. Rescue a VIP from an Advent cell. So it's an infiltration mission with a concealed start, 12 turns, fixed evac. Alright, so let's get rid of... We gotta adjust your loadout, Kathleen. You know the drill, girl. You know the drill. Frag grenade, flashbang. Don't need any of that stuff. Just your standard pistola. Got the shooter. What if we give you a friend? If we're going to give you a friend, who do we want that friend to be? Somebody who could cover your ass. Possibly a specialist if we got... Do we have no specialist? I mean, I know Sarah Milliken, but she's busy. She's working on her jammer training. Do we have another specialist? I thought we had another specialist somewhere. Was Aziz Ansari going to be a specialist? Is that what we were keeping him back for? He has a really good hack ability with an 8. Well, it's not really good, but it was okay. Bob Newhart. Oh, Bob Newhart's busy. Okay. And Patton Oswalt is hurt. Yeah, he's lightly wounded. So do we just... You know what? What's the overall... The baseline enemy activity is light, and we're going to be really... We got to get... You know what, Kathleen Madigan? You can do this by yourself. I trust you. Complete faith in your abilities. If I can get somebody else to go with you just for some extra EXP, though, that wouldn't be a terrible idea. I'm thinking... I mean, we can't send Gasbone. Wait, we have another rookie here who's not doing anything. Hey! So we're going to switch this up, then. These guys both have a 15-foot speed, and Mathambi here has a little bit better aim. We're going to make him a shinobi, and we're going to make Ansari a specialist. Although, at the 17 aim, this guy actually would be a better specialist, because he would actually be able to hit something that he shot at. Both have the same health. Who has a better defense? Oh, God, Mathambi's defense is abysmal. He would be a better... That sounds counterintuitive, but that actually makes him a better shinobi then. Because our shinobis are probably going to be less likely to get shot at due to concealment. So we're going to fix that. We'll switch the training on these two. But in the meantime, who do we want to send on this mission with Kathleen? If we send a technical, that puts us over. I don't suppose we could change this loadout very slightly and get you under, could we? Like if we do that, you're still going to be over. Yeah, you're still over by 5 hours. Do we... Okay, if we strip all weapon upgrades and make all weapons available, then strip all weapon upgrades. If we... Do we have a suppressor? I don't think we have a suppressor. I don't think we have come across one yet. Advanced laser sight, autoloader, hair trigger, scope, laser sight, stock. Where's that elite scope? Right there. Yeah, we actually do not have a single suppressor in the entire XCOM project. All this shit and nobody thought to bring a silencer. Beautiful. Well, I guess Dennis Leary, you're out then. Is there somebody else we might send who could keep us under the limit? Sean Locke is pretty quick. He's still over, though. Wait, what if we give you an SMG, Sean Locke, and take away all your stuff? Like if we get rid of this assault rifle and give you, say, a regular SMG, and we strip your grenades, does that put us under? That'll put us right at 100%. You know what? I don't really think Sean Locke is going to bring a lot to the table here, but it does give Sean Locke a chance to level up, and we could use the EXP. Kathleen Madigan's going to be doing all the heavy lifting anyway. There's our mission right there. Also, this is going to be, I think, the end of this episode because my throat is absolutely killing me. Talk too long. I'm getting maybe a little bit better. I'm on the mend, but the extended periods of talking really do sort of chew up the old throat there. So that's going to be it for this one. Oh, Mathambi, that's why, because he was hurt. All right, so we got it. Before we change missions, I'm going to do this, otherwise I will forget. Yeah, we're going to cancel. Sorry, Aziz Ansari, I'm not going to make you the new Kathleen. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't bring myself to do it to you. I can't make you in good conscience the new Kathy Griffin. So instead, I'm going to make you the new Bob Newhart, which I guess is sort of appropriate, even though that the old Bob Newhart isn't necessarily dead. So Mathambi, specialist, shinobi. We got another potential infiltration team in the work here. I like it, and I also like the fact that this episode is done because I really need to go have some honey tea. If you enjoyed this one, feel free to drop a like down in the comments section. Your support really does mean a lot. If you'd like to see me make people into the new Kathy Griffin on a regular basis, it may be the most cruel thing I've ever done, but if you want to catch more of my cruelty, I consider subscribing as well. Post new episodes every single day. Right now, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.